That email was written precisely 10 days after Stephani died. I was a mess. I was very, very distraught. I was in the hospital, and Leah and Elizabeth were like running the whole show when it came to what we're going to do and this and that and who's going to be allowed and who is it. And it was turning into like an emotional brawl. That's what it was turning out to be. So it doesn't take, Elizabeth riled herself up. And then it became compounded because Leah didn't know what was really going on my end, all right? And she was hearing, oh, Mari did this, and she said that, and these people, blah, 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 blah. So Leah was like, well, you can't let her do that, and, you should tell your mother, and I was like, would you mind your fucking business, please? Okay? You don't know what's going on here. You missed, like, the whole thing. So, because there were just so many things going on. It was heartbreaking. I mean, just terrible. We drove 12 hours to New York, and then we went to the hospital. We dropped the dogs up and went to the hospital, all right? And, this was Stephanie's last night. The room was standing room only. Everybody was crying and praying, all right? And this one comes walking in like, hi, with this guy that I have no idea who he was. A real sleazebag, all right? And they were both high off their ass. And she said, oh, do you want something to eat? And I said, no. And they left and never came back. So, I didn't care because I wanted to spend time with Stephani, So I got into her bed and, it was really too heartbreaking. And I woke up and she was no longer there. Stephani was dead, all right? We go back to Stephanie's house and this guy is still with her. I'm like, who are you? I said, get out of here. You do not belong here. And after 3 hours, we finally got rid of this guy. And then her and I started fighting. And I didn't really want to fight with her, but she was just in a manic stage. She was carrying on so badly, the 5 dogs were hiding. They were little dogs. They were all hiding behind me. And shaking, all 5 of them. I said, Elizabeth, at least for the dogs, shut up. But meanwhile, she was on the phone with Leah. All right, and Leah was like, well, she's your mother, but you're her daughter. You should be able to work that. God, you can't work something out with a psycho. You really can't. So that's another reason I was pissed off, because Leah, you're telling Elizabeth how to deal with me, and you don't even know what's going on. And it was never a time you couldn't. Her and I you could see that we're very up front. And why didn't you ask me what was going on? Why didn't you, why? So then we went at it, and I called the police. Elizabeth was like, I can't believe it. I said, what did you want me to do? So she said, I'm leaving. I don't care how you get home. I'm leaving. I said, go right ahead. All right, now my bank account was emptied out. My credit cards were hit. Okay, she cleaned out Stephanie's bank account. She took anything of value, and I had $30. And Stephanie's friend took me to Staten Island, and my cousin rescued me. I call her St. Valerie. She did. She really, 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 really did. She was like, I had no clothes. The only clothes I had was in the suitcase for the funeral. It was like, she just really jumped into action, my cousin. But I went to the hospital because I had bronchitis. And it was just a really bad time. So that's why I wrote that email. I was like, fuck you, only you die, I hate you. Because I was like, it was like a tornado of chaos at a time where I should be able to cry. I was not able to cry. I was not able to grieve. I wasn't able to do anything until a year after I got back. It hit me then, because I was like, oh, I can't cry, I have to worry about how I'm going to get home, how am I going to live, what am I going to do, So, yeah, that's why I wrote that email. And, she eventually told somebody, yeah, that was a very wrong thing for me to do. But, it was just endless shit, and I'm done with it.